We started.
Hey, Ron.
Huh? Ron? Ron is already here?
I was like, well, what's going on?
여러분 안녕하세요.
Hi.
오늘은 3월 두 번째 주입니다. 다들 어떻게 지내셨어요? 저스틴은 이번 주에 너무 바빠서 you were so busy today, this week, right?
Yes, every day.
저스틴이 세 번째 레스토랑을 오픈했습니다. Now it's a soft opening or hard opening?
Soft. So before it was soft.
여전히
soft.
soft opening.
So before,
가오픈이랍니다.
it was a flaccid opening.
Flaccid?
Now it's just open, not grand opening. So.
여러분, 저희가 곧 파인애플 익스프레스 먹방 하려고 해요. When can I do? When can I do the
You could have
먹방?
done it today. I told you.
Today?
But you wanted to do other stuff.
No. I told you before.
Anyways, next. How was your week?
Ronnie, looked forward to this all weekend. 한 주 내내 저희 라이브를 기다리셨다는 우리 런.
Ron is so sweet.
런 너무 감사합니다.
도윤. Hi, 도윤.
도윤님 안녕하세요. 우리 항상 와주시는 도윤님도 계시고. 그래서 저스틴은 엄청 바빴죠. Pineapple with the Pineapple Express. So we can do 먹방 next week.
We can do 먹방 next week.
여러분 약속을 드리겠습니다. 다음 주는 파인애플 익스프레스 먹방을 하도록 하겠습니다.
So what, we're just gonna eat?
We
Or
can eat,
ASMR? Your microphone is crooked.
You just dialed it. I don't know what it is.
It's okay.
여러분 저희 목소리 잘 들리세요? 제니?
Oh, Adnan's Jenny. Hey, Jenny.
제니, how are you?
Oh, hi, Dami.
다미 씨도 안녕하세요.
Tell Ad I said hi.
골드 브루스 린님도 오셨네요. 우리 이제 좀 단골들이 생겨나는 것 같아. I think now we have a regular customer, honey.
Regular customers? We don't have customers. This is YouTube. We have regular viewers, and we appreciate it very much. Thank you so much.
너무 감사합니다, 여러분. 우리 한님도 와주셨고 감사합니다. 저스틴은 이번 주에 저는 이번 주에 뭐 했는지 좀 볼게요. 제 스케줄러를 봐야 될 것 같아요. 저스틴은 이번 주에 파인애플 익스프레스 오픈하느라 너무 바빴어요. 그래서 제가 약속드린 게 다음 주에는 파인애플 익스프레스 먹방을 하겠습니다. But what is Pineapple Express? Introduce your food.
Pineapple Express is just Hawaiian rice bowls. So we have Hawaiian chicken, a Hawaiian garlic shrimp over a bed of rice with some macaroni salad, and cabbage, and it's a pretty big bowl. We have brown rice, white rice, the chicken, it's all chicken thighs marinated overnight in a really good homemade teriyaki sauce. It's good. I know because I've ate it 3 days in a row.
마 화이트님 이제 훨씬 잘 들려요. Audio is good.
Alright.
저스틴 파인애플 익스프레스 하와이안 덮밥인데 밥 위에 직화구이 메뉴가 두 가지예요. 크게 이제 올라가는 거는 치킨하고 새우 이렇게 두 개가 있는데 직화구이라 그 향이 너무 좋아요. 그리고 소스를 다 만들었어. You sound like a Bubba Gump. What is Bubba Gump?
Bubba Gump.
Bubba Gump.
From
What is Bubba
Forrest Gump.
Gump?
You know, there's gumbo, there's shrimp gumbo, there's shrimp kebab, shrimp tartare, shrimp. You could do many things with shrimp.
Naming the kinds of shrimp. What does that mean?
So it's anyways, there's a lot of different things you can do with shrimp. And then you didn't watch Forrest Gump?
Forrest Gump. I watched it.
His friend Bubba.
I cannot remember. 저 포레스트 검프 봤긴 봤는데 잘 생각이 안 나요. 포레스트 검프 그 얘기 있잖아요. Life is like a chocolate box.
Life is like a chocolate box. You never know which one you're gonna get.
So what's the meaning of it?
Really?
Unexpectancy of the life.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Like you went through your whole life You're quoting that, but you don't know what it means?
야, 그 포레스트 검프의 명언이 있잖아요. 인생은 마치 초콜릿 상자. 우리 초콜릿 상자 선물 받으면 이렇게 여러 가지 맛이 이렇게 들어있잖아요. 인생은 마치 초콜릿 박스와 같다. 뭘 선택할지 모르는 거죠. 그 초콜릿 박스에 뭐가 들어있는지 그리고 내가 그 중에 뭐를 뽑을지.
Right? It's like you're gonna date so many people in your life, but you never know which one you're gonna get.
살면서 많은 사람 데이팅 하지만 어떤 사람을 만날지 우리가 알 수 없는 것처럼 그런 느낌이라고 합니다. 그리고 도윤 씨가 all of the pics of Pineapple Express menu on Instagram look so good. Pineapple Express 인스타그램에 가서 여러분 그래서 제가 Pineapple Express 별명을 줬어요. Pinex. 너무 길잖아요. Pineapple Express.
Pinex sounds like a detergent.
파이넥스 하니까 조스틴이 무슨 세제 이름 같대. 파이넥스. Tomorrow is White Day.
So the woman that gave me chocolates on Valentine's Day, maybe I'll give them chocolates. I do know my wife did not make any chocolates for me, so I don't think she's gonna be getting any chocolates from me.
I gave you, honey.
You mean-
The jar of chocolate.
That you got from somebody?
저희 제약회사 한 분이 저한테 초콜릿 하나 줘가지고 저스한테 발렌타인데이 때 그거 줬는데 그건 안 쳐주나 봐요. 신현주님 안녕하세요.
So for our foreigner friends in Korea, I think Japan, Korea, maybe other parts of Asia, Valentine's Day is broken into 3 months. There's February 14th, where the girl is supposed to give the guy that they like chocolates, usually handmade chocolates. That's February. Then March 14th is that's when the guy is supposed to give it back, right?
White Day?
White Day. That's when the guy gives chocolates to the girl he likes. And then April 14th, it's called Black Day. And that's for all the women and guys who didn't get anything back. They eat black bean noodle to signify darkness.
저스틴 한국 사람 다 됐다. 블랙데이까지 알아 이제는.
Yes.
그러니까 왜냐하면은 미국에서는 so in America usually in Valentine's Day doesn't matter it's female or male they just give chocolate who
Yeah.
they like.
I have a story.
진짜?
I have a story.
그러니까 미국에서는 발렌타인데이 때 여자가 우리는 발렌타인데이 때 여자가 남자한테 주고 화이트데이 때 남자가 여자한테 주고 이렇잖아요. 근데 미국에서는 그런 거 상관없이 그냥 좋아하거나 마음에 드는 사람한테 준다고 돼 있어요. What's the story?
So when I was in elementary school, I had a crush on a girl. My mom wouldn't give me money. So I worked hard and did chores and did all these things for almost a month before Valentine's
저스틴이
Day.
뭐라고 했냐면 그래가지고는 자기 국민학교 때 초등학교 때 좋아하는 여자애가 있었대요. 그래가지고는 그 초콜릿을 사주려고 한 달 동안 집안일을 한 거지. 그래가지고 엄마한테 용돈을 받아서 So you gave her
So I
chocolate?
bought a stuffed animal
Stuffed animal
and a box of chocolates
초콜릿하고 인형 샀대요.
and I left it at her desk. I didn't give it to her because
In school?
in elementary school. Yeah.
어머 너무 귀엽다.
Yeah.
학교에서 그 여자의 책상에다 이렇게 올려놨대요.
And when I talked to her, I asked, "Oh, did you get the gift?" She said, "Yeah. But can we just be really good friends?"
그래서 친구한테 너 선물 받았니? 그랬지. 받았어. 근데 우리 진짜 좋은 친구로 남으면 안 될까? 이렇게 얘기를 했다네요.
Look at what she missed out
Was she
on.
pretty, honey?
I mean, it's elementary school. It's like babies are cute. When you're younger, everybody's cuter and prettier, right? Then when we get old, we start looking like this.
제가 예쁘냐고 하니까 야 초등학교 때 안 예쁜 사람이 더 귀엽지 이렇게 얘기를 하네요. 여러분 5월량이도 오셨고 선 ESS 님도 오셨네요.
So go over your schedule.
That was your week. My week was 저는 이번 주에는 굉장히 눈 수술이 많았네요. 다음 주에 좀 큰 수술들이 많고 이번 주에는 눈 수술 뭐 쌍꺼풀 상안검 하안검 환자분들이 많았고 그리고 구형구축 수술하신 분이 한 분 계셨네요. 그래서 I have a capsular contracture operation who got a surgery at other clinic.
Oh, this past week?
Yeah.
So you just like...
구형구축 가슴 보형물을 갖게 되면 구형구축이라는 합병증이 생길 수가 있거든요. 그래서 다른 병원에서 수술하셨는데 구형구축이 한쪽에 생겨가지고는 그거 치료해드리는 수술을 이번 주에 했습니다. 런이 어제 갑자기 유튜브에 Your Doomed Couple episode 떴어요. 다시 봐서 반갑더라고요. The algorithm guide him. Your Doomed Couple episode.
That's nice.
여러분 에로 부부가 영어로 doomed couple이라고 나와요. 그래가지고는 알고리즘이 런을 저희 에로 부부 출연했던 걸로 이끌었나 봐. 그래서 그걸 봤다고 하네요. 여러분, 그래서 제가 오늘 한번 해보려고 하는 게 혹시 제 한겨레에 나온 기사 보셨나요? 기사 보신 분들 계시고 안 보신 분들 계실 건데 이제 너무 거창하게 써주시겠어. 너무 나를 좋게 묘사해 주셔가지고 진짜 사실은 몸을 어디다 둘지 모르도록 부끄럽긴 한데 거기 또 답글이 엄청 많이 달렸더라고요. 한 290개가 넘게 달렸어요. 근데 뭐 좋은 답글도 있고 나쁜 답글도 있는데 여러분 요즘은 그런 거 있잖아요. 악플 읽기. 그래서 악플을 한번 읽어볼까 그렇게 생각하고 있습니다. Can you introduce the article? The English speakers.
So, my wife, so Dr. Kim Kyori Song-sang-nim, was recently interviewed for one of the top 5 in newspapers in Korea, I guess. Ron said
it's a Baltimore Sun.
so actually a very small newspaper in Korea.
It's not a small. 여러분 한겨레 신문 큰 거 아니에요?
And so she was interviewed, and the title is, what is it? 4 out of 10 commit suicide.
And doctor decide to save their lives.
And doctor, so it's a very dramatic title.
너무 거대하게 거창하게 드라마틱하게 제목도 뽑으시고.
So, but basically, the article, the reporter is interviewing you about how you came into practicing supporting the LGBT community. Kind of your work history, a little bit about the YouTube channel that you have. And
in an article they didn't mention about the YouTube channel.
Oh no, but they talked about Bala though, right?
No,
they interviewed Monica.
Yeah.
And they talked about Bala, her Muse. They talked about Muse.
Yes, but they didn't mention about the YouTube channel.
Ah.
안타깝게 여러분 그 기사에 우리 결이킴 TV Q 플러스가 안 나와서 너무 아쉬워요.
Maybe because they can't promote. Like those, like Ron knows, like TV stations and media, they can't promote other things. I think they're not allowed to.
오월양님이 저도 봤어요. 어제 많이 읽은 핫한 기사더라고요. 결인쌤 너무 멋지세요. 아유 감사합니다. 사실은 여러분 모르겠어요. 저는 이미 읽어서 알고리즘이 저를 거기로 이끌지 몰랐는데 그 제 지인분들이 야, 그 네이버 메인에 떴어 이러면서 캡처를 저한테 막 보여주시고 그랬습니다. It was in a main page of Naver.
Yeah, and then I guess the article itself in the newspaper, there aren't any comments on it. But when it moved to Naver, then people went crazy with the comments. And so like in the first, 6-7 hours, there was 120 some comments. And Naver...
So now total? 290 something comments.
Wow. So the thing about that is Naver, the algorithms, they take it where it's a positive comment, a negative comment, a neutral comment. How many comments were deleted by the author? Like it's very interesting, right? The way they break it down.
그러니까 어떤 식이냐면 뭐 긍정적인 답변도 있고 나쁜 답변도 있고 또 너무 심한 답변은 그 뭐 시스템이 지우는 건지 뭐 이렇게 무슨 검색어가 있어서 지우는 건지 어쩌는 건지 뭐 나쁜 답변 중에는 막 지워진 것도 있더라고요. 근데 저도 이제 그걸 봤어요. 어떤 식으로 반응하시나 이거 봤고 저스틴도 그거를 그 번역기를 돌려서 봤어. You read it using a translator.
I did. So the point here though is before she interviewed and even after the interview, before it was published, she was really worried because she knew that maybe I'm gonna get attacked. Or maybe there's going to be different threats. Because in Korea, the community is very conservative. And so knowing that there's a doctor who's doing gender confirming surgery, and there's a lot of very strong religious people that are against that type of thing. They think LGBT is a psychological disorder. And there are a lot of death threats that people have received in the past. So Kyori was actually really worried.
그러니까 저스틴이 지금 얘기하는 건 사실은 저희가 그 인터뷰를 하고 그 기사가 나가기 전에도 사실 좀 걱정을 했어요. 왜냐하면 이게 좀 의견이 다를 수 있는 문제고 또 종교적으로 반대하시는 분들도 있고 해가지고는 이런 것이 어떻게 나올까, 어떻게 반응이 나올까. 근데 이제 제가 이제 기사 제목을 뽑진 않았는데 막 이렇게 10명 중 4명이 이렇게 극단적인 선택을 제 의도는 그렇게 극단적인 선택을 할 정도로 당사자에게는 굉장히 힘든 일이고 이 수술이 도움이 된다. 이 얘기를 하고 이제 저스틴 이야기한 게 사실은 이제 지난해에 또 많은 분들이 돌아가셨잖아요. 가슴 아픈 일들도 많았고 하니까 그런 점에서 걱정을 하고 있었습니다. Ronnie, do you know the newspaper uploaded the story onto Instagram too?
Why did you know?
몰랐습니다. 인스타그램에도 올라갔어요.
They have an Instagram page?
네, 봐야겠네요. 오월냥이님이 기사 보고 너무너무 좋았어요. 나쁜 댓글 신고할 1인. 오월냥이님이 I read that article. I pushed thumbs down on a negative comment.
Yeah, so I was doing that last night too.
저스틴도 그래서 어떻게 했냐면 번역기 돌려가지고 그 댓글을 다 읽고 나쁜 거는 thumbs down,
But the other,
좋은 거는 thumbs up 해놓고 근데 번역기가 잘 안 되는 게 있잖아요. 그거는 잘못 눌렀까봐 그냥 넘어갔다고. What you said?
did you just explain already what I'm gonna say?
No, you said.
So like, because the translation isn't always good, I can't tell if it's like, oh, this is insightful, and this person is just being very genuine versus this person is being stupid. So I'm like, this must be bad. Thumbs up.
그러니까 저스틴이 번역기를 돌리면은 약간 뉘앙스 같은 거 있잖아. 칭찬인 것 같은데 뭐.
But you know what's interesting? I'm sorry to cut you off.
No,
but
it's
you know
okay.
what's interesting?
Why?
There aren't many thumbs down.
근데 저스틴 얘기하는 게 거기 되게 이게 나빠요, 안 좋아요 이게 별로 없다고.
I thought
What
that
do you
was
mean?
so like maybe a lot of people. So two things I noticed because I was doing some background research. Number one, the people that comment are the same people that comment and have an opinion on lots of other news articles. Like they get excited that oh look I have 2,000 comments.
야 저스틴 진짜 무서운 게 뭐냐면 그 나쁜 댓글 쓰신 분이 그걸 또 찾아본 거야. 댓글을 얼마나 쓰나. 그랬더니 나쁜 댓글 쓴 사람 댓글 엄청 많이 쓴다고.
Yeah. So it's basically
Probably it's their job, honey.
no. So like, it's
직업이 아닐까요, 여러분?
It's like the people that have Instagram accounts with like 10, 20,000 people, but literally 90% of them are fake. They're bots. It's like the same thing. Oh, but I have so many comments. It's some weird ego prestige. I don't know. So that's one. The second thing I noticed is there's not many like down. Like people don't hit down. So
But they hit a lot of up.
There's a good amount of ups, but the down. So it's kind of like I wonder if they can trace who puts it down and like who is this person or.
I don't know.
But I don't know. I just thought that was really
저스틴
interesting.
얘기한 게 좋아요 누른 사람은 많은데 나빠요 누른 사람은 적다고. 왜? Why?
Somebody told me I should turn off my Kakao notifications during the stream. You should close Kakao, honey.
아 그래요? 죄송합니다 여러분. 누가 그걸 알려주셨나요?
Sorry,
네.
I don't know what it said. I'm sorry.
카카오톡 그게 온 게 들렸어요? 죄송합니다. 그래가지고는 같이 커멘트를 읽어보면
Isaac.
좋을까 해가지고는 제가 커멘트를 몇 개 뽑아왔는데 이거 여러분 지금 런도 있고 제니는 번역을 못 해주겠지. 도현님도 있고 제가 이 분들의 알 수 없는 분노와 혐오 근원을 알 수 없는 분노와 혐오를 어떻게 찰지게 번역을 할지 모르겠어요. 만약에 런과 도현님이 도와주실 수 있으면 잘 도와주시면
Are you
좋겠어요.
gonna do it?
worry about how can I like
You're gonna
can
do
I
it.
translate it well? I don't know.
Well, it's okay. Can
So,
you want me to Google
하지만
translate
제가
it?
읽기 시작하겠습니다. 첫 번째는 남성이 여성으로 여성이 남성으로 함부로 바꾸지 맙시다. 부모가 남녀 중에 원하는 자식만 갖고 싶다고 해서 남자이면 좋고 남자이면 좋고 여자 아니라 싫다고 버립니까? 남녀 상관없이 당신이 태어날 때 부모님께서는 너무너무 기쁘고 태어나준 자식들에게 감사했습니다. 건강하게 태어나준 걸 감사하며 눈물을 흘리신 분들입니다. 내가 자라면서 조금은 남성스럽고 조금은 여성스럽게 몸을 바꾼다고 남들이 다 그렇게 봐주지는 않습니다. 봐주지는 않는데 봐주지는 건강한 몸으로 건강한 정신으로 사세요. 이렇게 하셨고 제가 이게 꽤 이 좋아요가 많은 답글이었어요. 그래가지고는 So I can translate. So don't change your sex from male to female, female to male. Parents, they don't get rid of their children because I want a son. So they don't get rid of their daughter. It doesn't matter they are male or female. Parents really appreciate their birth, and they really appreciate the fact that they were born as healthy. They cried over it.
Well, this
Maybe you are more masculine or female, but you cannot change your sex. Other people doesn't recognize your sex.
so
And he said, please live with a healthy body and healthy mind.
why did you block the name?
Why?
It's not the full name. It's already anonymous.
왜 아이디 가렸냐?
Like, you don't have to
그래도
block the ID.
아이디 좀 가릴 필요가 있다고 생각했어.
great.
오타가 많네요. Haha, this commenter is talking like there wasn't rampant gendercide during 1990s.
So the thing is, this person is speaking from a person's like outside perspective. They're not thinking about the actual individual's well-being. They're saying, but your parents, they cried so much for you and this or that. So, but actually that's not the issue, right? If somebody's LGBT or somebody has a different belief, if I'm Buddhist, but my parents are Christian, like if that's what I want to do or that's what I feel is correct, then I think like it doesn't matter. It's not about what you think, or it's not even the fact that, yeah, you should respect your parents, but you're not living your life for your parents. Although in Confucianism, which Korea is heavily based on, no matter what anybody says,
저스틴이
you live your life for
유고세상이
your
강한
parents.
한국에서는 근데 이제 저스틴이 얘기한 거 인생 사는 게 부모님 인생 사는 거 아니지 않냐? 자기 인생을 살아. They live their lives, right?
Yeah.
You're saying?
So, but that's what I'm saying. So it's already off. It's off kilter, but the 347 or the 300 and like yeah, I agree, but it's like you're not even thinking about the individual then. You're just thinking about the external and how the people around that feel versus how does that person feel.
그러니까 저스틴이 얘기한 게 이 사람의 관점은 실제로 그 성별 불문하고 겪고 있는 그 사람의 관점, 그 사람을 생각해서 한 얘기가 아니라 그 사람의 주변 사람들이 어떻게 생각하는 거기에 대해서만 초점을 맞춰주고 있다고 하네요. 근데
Honey, this is bad.
Why?
If you're gonna go through all of these, I'm gonna just like
저스틴
I'm
열받을
gonna-
것 같아.
your
저기.
audience, they're gonna dislike me so much because I'm gonna grill them and I'm just gonna be like, why are they so narrow-minded? Wow, what's going on? I thought Korea was such a developed country, or da 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 da. And
저스틴이
everybody's gonna hate me.
너무 비관적으로 막 뭐라고 할 것 같아서 들으시는 분들이 저스틴을 싫어할 수도 있을 것 같다고 그러네요. 우월량님이 헐 진짜 그렇네요. 너무 가부장제의 폐해를 보내주네요. 비유가 적절한지 모르겠지만 부모님이 좋아하는 옷이랑 머리 스타일만 하고 살려면 저분도 그렇게 살지요. 우월량이 said it's too patriarchy. So you're gonna live your life if parents like, oh, you should wear this clothes, you should do this hairstyle. They're gonna do that.
But see, this is a catch-22. You can't complain and say, oh, my parents are blah blah blah. Meanwhile, you come home and your mother does your laundry and your mother makes your food and your father is paying the bills for your phone until you're 35 or 40 until you're married. You can't have both. And that's like the big. So again, this is really bad. For me,
아니 근데
I shouldn't be
Justin,
here.
don't expand this issue to that. 여러분 지금 저스틴 뭐라 그러냐면
I have
이렇게
very strong opinions.
저스틴 얘기하는 게 뭐냐? 이렇게 얘기해놓고 집에 가면 30 넘어서 엄마랑 같이 살고 엄마가 빨래해주고 밥해주고 아빠가 핸드폰비 내주고 이렇게 사는 거 아니냐? 약간 그 우리가 캥거루족이라 그러죠. 좀 나이가 들어서도 부모님과 같이 사는 그 문화에 대해서 저스틴이 엄청 거기를 그 문화를 싫어했어요. 그래서 제가 이슈를 거기까지 넘어가지는 말라 이렇게 얘기를 하네요. 근데 제가 사실 이 코멘트에 대해서 말씀을 드린다면 뭐 저도 저스틴의 의견에 동의하긴 하지만 사실 이제 성악정 수술을 받으시려고 오시는 분들이 물론 자신의 의지로 당연히 자기가 받고 싶어서 오시기도 하지만 부모님들과 굉장히 많이 상담을 오시고 부모님들이 오히려 정말 필요한 수술이고 받았으면 좋겠다라고 생각하십니다. 왜냐하면 부모님들이 실제로 원하는 건 자기 자식들의 행복이거든요. 내 자식이 자기 정체성에 맞는 그 디스포리아 가지지 않고 행복하게 살길 원하시는 게 부모님의 진짜 마음이에요. 그래서 실제로 상담 오시는 분들은 진짜로 그렇게 부모님 Honey, you don't want to listen to my opinion?
No. Well, first off, it's in Korean. But second, I think I need more coffee, and this is gonna be a long video.
저스틴이 긴 오늘 라이브 길게 할 것 같아서 커피를 더 마셔야겠대. 내 의견을 들어보지도 않았어. 그래서 저는 사실 그렇습니다. 저는 이제 실제로 이제 당사자분들하고 당사자분들 부모님을 이제 보게 되니까 그런 생각이 들어요. 진짜 부모님들 중에 선생님 살아야 되니까 살아야죠. 이제 저는 어떤 얘기도 들은 적이 있었냐면 이제 너무 이제 디스포리아가 심하고 밖에 나가지를 못하고 집 안에만 있게 되니까 부모님이 이렇게 방문을 열어보기가 무서운 적도 많으셨다고 해요. 왜냐하면 혹시 이제 막 극단적 선택이나 막 이런 거 했을까봐 매일 아침에 방문을 열어서 이 아이가 숨 잘 쉬고 잘 살아있구나 이런 거를 확인하는 게 두려운 적이 있으셨다고 하시더라고요. 그래서 저는 좀 다른 관점입니다. 도윤님이 Sometimes it feels like so many people fail to really become independent from their parents and are so bitter about it that they start foaming with rage when someone else makes independent decision.
Oh man.
도윤. On one of the Instagram comments, someone said they thought it said 김건희, not 김결이. What is that, 김건희? 김건희 is a new president wife. So, honey, my opinion, actually, a lot of parents they're supportive for the gender confirming surgery.
No, that's because you see the parents where they've already accepted and they're being supportive. You don't see the patients whose parents aren't supporting because you're not coming to see you.
No, but a lot of cases, like getting a consultation for the gender confirming surgery, the parents are really supportive. You know why? Because the most important thing for them is well-being of their kids. The most important thing for them is my kid. They can live their life.
So then do you think this comment that that person posted, they're not thinking of the well-being for the individual?
So no, I mean like 이거 어떻게 설명해야 돼? 아니 그러니까 you cannot understand me because
No, I understand, but I guess so. Yes, so the people, but that's you have to remember. You're seeing a small percentage of the population of transgender people that are in Korea. Whoa. But all the other, like
I think other parents is the same. The most important thing for them is their kids' happiness.
But you have to think about it though. How do the parents define the kids' happiness? They get into Sky. They get a good job in a good company. They get married. They stay here until they're married. They don't waste money on rent. Like they're thinking what's in their best interest, but it's from their perspective. But those are the same kids that don't say to their parents, "Hi, mom. I think I'm transgendered," because they're not in a position to share, and that's why we get such a high suicide rate within this population because they're not in a position, or the parents like, "Don't say that. You're not," or "You have a."
But
this
if
is
parents
bad.
find out their kids are transgender and I don't want to leave, I want to keep myself,
But-
then they think, what's the important?
Honey, most kids, they don't say, "I don't want to live. I'm going to kill myself." They just try to kill themselves.
I know.
And then what? In Korea, mental illness looks bad. So they're not going to go seek help because then it's going to look bad for the family. I mean, this isn't just Korea. This transcends.
저스틴 너무 흥분해서 너무. 다음 코멘트로. Can you rate this comment?
What's
Out of 5 star?
what is can we define what that means?
우리
what is
점수
a
좀
5
매겨볼까요?
star? What is
뭐.
So we're only looking at negative comments, right?
Yeah.
So like
The rationality.
most stupid versus like, oh, this makes sense.
저희가
like,
이제 랭킹을 해보려고 별 5개 몇 개를 줄 것이냐.
So 5 is just like idiotic then. Like,
What do you
this is so stupid.
No. So 5 star is okay. They're in they are not on the same page with us.
But okay.
만약에 그러니까
okay,
그러죠.
okay.
만약에 별 5개를 주면은 우리랑 반대 의견이지만 이성적이야 인정할 만해 이런 거면 저희가 별
And
5개를
then
주겠습니다.
one is just pablo then, right?
원은 바보.
Okay, so I would rank this one.
응.
It's rational. I get it. I understand the cultural context. I give it a 2.5.
2.5. 저스틴이 매기고 있어. 저스틴이 물론 이제 의견은 다르지만
3. I give it a 3.
저스틴
I think because
별 3개 주겠다.
because I can understand how somebody might be like, oh, but what about your parents? Your parents work so hard. You don't want like. But again, I think it's too patriarchy, right? It's about the parents.
너무
It's
가부장제.
not-
하지만 유교적인 사회에서 살아왔고 이런 거를 인정해서 저스틴이 honey, we have about 15 comments. We cannot spend this much money.
Okay.
여러분 한 15개 정도
But
뽑았기
you
때문에
pull
너무 시간을 많이
but
쳐이고 있는 것 같아요.
You pull this one because it has a lot of like.
그래. Yes. 그래서 저스틴이 이런 가부장제 사회에서 살아본 경험이 있으시기 때문에 별 3개를 주신다고 했습니다. 골드 브루슬리 댓글 해주신 분께 말해주고 싶네요. 어쩌면 당신의 자식들이 성소수자 정체성으로 살아간다고 해도 저렇게 말할 수 있을까? 황태현 씨 오셨네요. 안녕하세요. 그렇죠. 도윤은 마이너스 500 stars.
No, Dorian, you can't start with minus 500 because what's going to happen is minus 10,000, minus 1 million.
마이너스는 없는 걸로.
So you gotta start at a rationale like that we can work with.
그렇습니다. 다음 기사입니다. 이런 이런 기사도 필요한다고 본다. 은근히 다른 가치관을 받아들이기를 강요하지 않고 이런 사람들도 있다고 일러주는 정도라면 오히려 사회적으로 옳은 거다. 가치 판단은 자유고 그 영역을 침범하지 않았으면 좋겠다. 이것도 꽤 이 thumbs up이 많아가지고 제가 골라봤습니다. 이게 뭐냐? I think this kind of article, this kind of doctor are needed. Don't force their philosophy, like different point of view. Don't force different point of view to other people. But this article just let us know. There's other different point of view.
That's a 5.
I think it's helpful for the society.
Yeah.
Value judgment is someone's own area. Just don't infringe that.
Yeah, I think that's totally cool. I give that a 5. That's very rational. It's kind of like when somebody says, like, "Oh, you're gay. You're going to hell. Oh, God's gonna judge you, and you're gonna go to hell." If God's gonna judge me, then you should just shut up. Like, it's not your place, right? Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you here telling me I'm going to hell? If I'm gonna go to hell anyway, I don't need you to tell me I'm gonna go to hell. Go do something productive with your life. Go smell flowers. Go. I don't know. Don't have any more kids, but do something. You know, like. It's why are you wasting your time? So this is very great. I give this is definitely a solid 5.
5?
5 is the good, right? 1 is Pablo, right? 5 is like, oh, this is very rational. Leave your judgments aside, and then you can have your own values and all that, but the facts are the facts. That's great.
그러네요. 성별 이분법적이 묻지 않는 몸을 건강하지 않은 그렇죠. 너무 폭력적이죠. 저스틴이 이 댓글은 5개를 준다고 합니다. 저도 물론 이제 저하고 의견이 같지는 않지만 사실 저는 I think this is what I expecting from people. So literally it brings up the issue and let them have an opportunity think about this issue.
It begins a discussion in the dialogue, right? So 5. This is definitely the best. This is probably the best one we're going to look
저는
at.
사실 이런 뉴스 기사로 저하고 의견이 다르신 분들도 이렇게 한번 생각해볼 기회, 이런 현상이 있구나, 이런 일이 우리 사회에서 벌어지고 있구나, 그렇게 한번 생각해볼 수 있는 기회만 주는 것도 저는 의미가 있다고 생각해서.
You shouldn't have blocked the name for this one. This person is very intelligent, sound-minded. I like them. We can sit and
저스틴이
have a
아이디 왜
discussion.
가렸네. 너무 이성적으로 이성적이래. 잘 논리적으로 써놨는데 그렇게 얘기를 하네요 또. 다음 보겠습니다.
You know, just I don't know if I should say this, but actually you left the time on there too. So technically it's easy to find and figure that out.
찾으려면 찾을 수 있대. 시간이 있어서. 자, 다음 코멘트는 뭐냐면은 the doctor's hairstyle is very funky. I think she will ride a Harley bike when she's going home after work.
This doesn't even fall on the scale. This is just I don't even. Again, I told you, right?
But because I thought it was funny.
Okay.
And a lot of people think like that. I'm gonna ride a Harley bike.
You don't even drive your own car. I'm your driver. Like, but again, that's nice, right? It's kind of like a fun comment. And I bet you if you click that person's name, there's all these like random comments and all these other things and all these other articles.
저는 이거 되게 재밌다고 생각했었거든요. 근데 여러분, 현실은 저스틴이 얘기한 것처럼 저는 지금 뭐 미국에서는 운전했었는데 한국에서 지금 운전을 하지 않고 있습니다. 바이크를 타긴커녕 장롱면허예요. 저스틴이 맨날 데려다주고 퇴근할 때는 지하철을 타고 다닙니다. 6호선을 주로 타시면 저를 볼 수 있어요. 개인의 자유를 이유로 혐오와 차별하는 건 맞지 않는다고 생각합니다. 뭐 그렇죠.
What does Tom Cool mean?
답글 reply.
So
There's a reply
what kind of Harley bike?
Okay. Maybe it's an accomplishment, honey. Harley bike is so expensive, right?
Do you know where they're from?
What?
Milwaukee.
맞아. 할리바이크 이거 칭찬일지도 모르겠어요. 할리바이크 되게 비싼데. 그리고 할리바이크 여러분 어디서 만들어졌는지 아세요? 밀워키에서 만들어졌어요. 위스콘신 주. 저희가 first met. 우리가 처음 만난 곳이 밀워키.
Not on Match.com. At a Starbucks.
그렇습니다. 다음 거 볼까요? 아니 언제 성전환이 성확정이 되었고 생물학적으로 타고난 성별이 지정한다는 표현으로 바뀌었나? Like a what is this? WTF? When they changed the term from sex change to gender confirming surgery and biological sex from biological sex to assign a sex.
Oh, they changed that too?
So in this article, we use this kind of term.
So this, I think, is a legit question. I don't think he needs to say WTF, but I think what he should do or she should do is, why don't you neighbor it and look it up? Like, why do they change? What are the reasons behind it? Instead of posting a comment that's kind of on a page, just do your homework. Like, look it up. Again, I don't think this really has any. We can't really score this one.
도현 씨가 뭐라냐? I completely agree. People have the right to be uncomfortable with LGBT issues, but they don't have the right to demand that the LGBTQ community should deny themselves for the comfort of others.
Unless I don't disagree with that, Doyen, but I do think that in a professional setting, you should be professional, whatever that I guess criteria is. So so for example, if you're going into a job interview and the job interview is for a corporate job, the typical dress is, I don't know, like a suit, but the person comes in wearing something very like flamboyant. Like, you can do that, but you might not get the job because that's kind of the etiquette, right? So I think in that kind of thing.
But it's not applied only to the LGBT.
That's anybody. Anybody.
Yeah.
Right? So I think, we're so human, so we should still, for whatever etiquette for the appropriate environment, we should be mindful of that.
저스틴이 이제 요 답변에 대해서 뭐라고 얘기하냐면, 아니 이거를 왜 코멘트에 적냐? 네이버 좀 찾아봐.
Like,
do your homework.
Like, just it literally takes 2 minutes. When did it change? Why did it change?
2분밖에 안 걸려.
And then comment. I don't agree that it changed because that's fine. But this
그
is
다음에 그걸 찾아본 다음에 그 바꾼 거에 대해서 의견을 제시하면 모르겠지만 이렇게 얘기하는 거는.
And the 41 people that put thumbs up or the thumbs down, do your research. Like yeah, I agree. No, look it up.
사실 밀명의
There's
분들도
papers about it. I think even in
찾아보시라고.
Korean.
근데 저는 이 코멘트를 고른 게 뭐냐면 actually that's the at least I want reader to get from the article.
Like-
왜냐하면 제가 이 기사를 보신 분이 최소한 새로 알게 됐으면 했던 정보가 이거였거든요. 아, 성 전환이 아니라 성 확정이라고
아니.
하는구나. 생물학적 성이 아니라 지정 성별이구나. 요 아주 우리가 학습노트 1번에 들어가는 거를 딱 정리해 주셔가지고는
Honey, I'm gonna look like such a jerk in this video. So I hope it's edited well.
월령이 크크크 맞아요. 공부가 필요합니다. 그래서 이제 우리가 처음 이 이슈를 접하시는 분들이 꼭 공부해야 될 내용에 대해서 이렇게 잘 정리해 주셨기 때문에 maybe two star because he pointed out very important thing.
But it's not like it's an interesting point. Actually, it's very interesting because I asked you about it too.
사실 저스틴도 저한테 예전에
SRS.
물어봤었어요. 응.
Right? I thought the medical term was sex reassignment surgery, but you're like, no, it's gender confirming surgery. But are they calling it GC, gender confirming surgery? GCS now? Is that what they're calling it? Oh, they are.
gender
I didn't
confirming or gender affirming surgery.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. But anyways, yeah, just let's do our research. Let's be independent
독립적으로
and do our
찾아보자,
research.
검색해보자. 그리고 나서 답변을 남기자 이런 저스틴의 의견이었고요. 그 다음에 근데 저 배지를 꼭 세월호 리본 모양에 해야 하는지 세월호 사고 떠난 영혼들이 참 가엾다. 그러나 그때 그 리본을 여기저기 정치적으로 이용하는 사람들에게 그 리본 모양 보이면 거부감이 느껴짐. 진정으로 애도하지 않으면서 피해자들을 끝없이 이용하는 거 너무 싫다. 아 잠깐 여기 답변 좀 읽어봐요. 도윤님이 Technology has developed, but it has not developed to the degree that Siri will automatically look up the answers to questions you type into the YouTube comments section. 런이 뭐라고 그러냐면 you have to add pineapple Pineapple Express KR to the post-it on the 여기에요. 그러네요. 그래도 악플 쓰려면 기사를 다 읽어봤나 봐요. 그렇죠. 근데 여기 또 뭐냐면 so this comment they said oh she's wearing the ribbon. You know have you ever seen the yellow ribbon?
For transgender.
No. Yellow ribbon.
For the war veterans?
So yellow ribbon in Korea. You know the few years ago.
The ferry.
Yeah. Ferry accident. We remember that we're using the ferry. Oh, why she's wearing that?
You're wearing a yellow ribbon too?
No, I was wearing pink ribbon. 그분이 사실 보신 게 여러분 요거예요. 제가 요렇게 나왔었는데.
So she thought that was a ferry ribbon?
The commenter they think is why she's wearing ribbon.
So I guess what that goes to show is that the breast cancer movement needs to work harder so people can be a little bit wiser.
이거는 좀 말이 안 되죠. 제가 너무 이해를 못 하시고 계실래. 이건 뭐냐면 여러분 우리가 세월호 의미하는 거는 이제 노란색이지만 사실은 굉장히 리본이 의미하는 게 굉장히 많아요. 핑크 리본은 우리가 이렇게 분홍색 리본은 뭐 유방암 그리고 뭐 유방암 검진, 그러니까 가슴 건강에 대한 그런 내용이고 또 you know what is a red ribbon? 빨간색 리본 무슨 뜻인지 알아요?
In the US it's for the military.
It's for the HIV.
Oh, maybe HIV. I'm
HIV.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
HIV가 있고 또 무슨 파랑색 리본도 있어요. 파랑색 blue ribbon is for the lymphedema. 그래서 이 의료계에서 각 색깔마다 의미하는 것들이 있거든요. 그러니까요. 핑크 리본인데 근데 but this commenter talks so much, shows so empathy about the ferry victims.
But that's a big
But
deal.
he doesn't know.
The color. But
아니 세월호 너무
it's okay.
가슴 아프게 얘기하시고 그걸 모르시다니. 그래서 어느 분이 이렇게 딱 알려주시더라고요 밑에. 여기
There's lots of ribbons.
리본이
Jeez.
굉장히 많아요.
my
그리고
God.
사실 여러 개를 의미하기도 하네요. HIV 홀릭님이 악플에 너무 상처 안 받길 바래요. 홀릭 said don't hurt too much from the negative comment.
Yeah, actually, I'm okay. I just get angry, but I think she might get bothered by them.
저스틴이 나는 화내는 편이고 저스틴 결이는 약간 상처받을지도 모르겠다고 하네요. 다음 커멘트 보겠습니다. 성 정체성을 혼란을 야기하는 속이는 것들에 속아 자신을 부정하니 당연히 자살률이 높지. 사후 케어가 아닌 사전 정신 케어를 해서 성장하지 않도록 정신과적 케어를 해야 한다. 이렇게 So he said, they are disguised with other media, make them confusing about their gender identity. So they denied themselves. That's why there's a high suicide rate. So in this article, I was talking about, we also need a psychology care after the surgery. So he said, not after surgery. Before the surgery, you need to offer the healthcare, the psychological care, and you should persuade them to not to change their sex.
So again, it's somebody that I don't know. Like, you want me to get mad? Like,
화내게 시도거는 것 같은데.
it's just I feel bad. Like this guy, he's so ignorant, right?
Inert? Ignorant.
So it's the same thing. Like, why for any LGBT, right? Doesn't matter transgender. It's like no, this is the same type of person that would say no. You need what is it called? That therapy to fix people?
Conversion therapy.
Convergent therapy. Jesus will save you. Like, are you? What's wrong with you? Like
전환 치료가 필요하다. 하나님이 널 구해줄까 이렇게 얘기하는 사람과 똑같다고 해요. 제가 얘기를 하면은 일단 여러분 이 성별 불편감은 지금 사전 정신 케어라고 하면 정신과 상담이나 어떤 정신의학적 치료로 바꿀 수 있는 것이 아닙니다. 그분들이 선택하는 게 아니고 그렇게 태어나신 거고 우리가 어떤 치료를 한다고 해서 그게 바뀌지 않고 그게 아무 효과 우리가 흔히 전환 치료라고 하거든요. 전환 치료가 아무 효과가 없다는 게 다 증명이 됐어요.
But actually, I don't disagree with the fact of getting psychological support. Like pre, post, anything. But the purpose of the psychological support should be for the welfare of the individual, not to make them think or feel something that they're not, right? So this person again is literally referring to conversion therapy, which is no, just because you think it should be this way doesn't mean that's how the person feels, right?
But and I said medically it's proven conversion therapy is ineffective.
So this is a part that kills me. Majority of your comments are negative, right? No, but it's true, right?
대부분의 답글이 반대하거나 네거티브가지고는.
Right? And right now, I'm gonna spill out a little bit. So the coming party into power for Korea is conservative, right?
You really want to say this?
No, okay, you're right. So anyways, majority of the comments are negative, right? So the fact that there's such a larger population of the people that read this, majority of the people have kind of a negative view about this, shows also like where we are, where Korea is in terms of its development. Because if you look at other countries, although there's been a lot of resistance or there's been like pushback, there's also been a lot of LGBT movement or humanitarian movement, and some countries in Europe are very supportive at this point. Even the US, there's insurance coverage for like the transgender surgeries. But Korea, it's still so far behind. Granted, it's only developed in the past 50 years. Korea's only a developed country recently, and it shows. But at the same time, when Korea, like people are spouting how great Korea is and this and this and that, there's still so many things that are still so far behind from a global perspective. And I don't think like the people that are writing these kind of comments realize actually you're still really behind. Like you're in the Stone Age. We're now in
석기 시대에 살고 있다는
you don't have to translate that. Anyways, let's move on.
그러네요. 석기 시대에 살고 있다고 그렇게.
So my weakness is stupid people. Ignorance makes me so mad.
오케이. 근데 저는 이 코멘트에서 말씀드리고 싶은 게 그러니까 아마 이분이 얘기하신 거는 제가 이제 기사에서 수술을 하고 나서도 사실 이런 우울증이 오고 그리고 이제 극단적인 선택을 하시는 분들이 있다. 그래서 우리가 수술하고 나서도 정신과적 케어가 필요하다. 그 얘기를 하신 것 같은데 저는 여기다 말씀드리고 싶은 게 뭐냐면 실제로 포스트 트랜지션 블루라는 게 있어요. 그러니까 이런 수술을 받거나 트랜지션 하고 나서 오는 우울감들 이런 게 있고 그러면은 근데 이제 그 원인이 무엇이냐 이제 생각해 보면은 이 트랜지션 하는 동안 이제 약간 이렇게 경주만 보면은 이렇게 옆에 못 보게 하고 이렇게 가리고 막 그 목표를 위해서 막 달리는 말 있잖아요. 그렇게 이제 살아오신 거죠. 얼마나 할 게 많아요. 커밍 아웃 해지. 그것도 뭐 친구들한테, 부모님들한테, 뭐 직장에서 사회에서 이렇게 커밍 아웃 해야 되지. 수술을 하는 거 결정해야 돼. 리서치 해야 되지. 돈 내는 것도 걱정해야 되지. 수술을 또 장기 받고 또 회복하는 데 시간이 오래 걸리지. 그렇게 너무나 에너지가 많이 소요되고 또 긴 기간 동안 막 목표를 위해 달리다가 그 목표가 딱 이루어졌을 때 대부분 transglow도 있어요. 그런 단어가 있어요. transglow. So right after surgery, they completed the surgery, they glow, and after the glow, they got a post-transition blue. 너무 이제 유포리아, 너무 좋은 상태, 트랜스글로우 그러니까 그 트랜지션 맞췄을 때 막 그 너무 즐거웠던 상태에 있다가 거기서 이제 딱 그 자기가 지금까지 목표를 위해 막 달려왔던 게 모든 게 끝나고 그리고 나서 이제 현실 생활 돌아오면 현실 생활 근데 일단 목표가 갑자기 사라졌고 또 현실 생활에도 당연히 우리가 살아가는데 힘든 것들이 또 있잖아요. 그런 거에 이제 봉착을 하게 되면서 그렇게 포스트 트랜지션 글로우가 있습니다. 근데 그러면은 이것이 그 분들이 결정을 잘못했음을 의미하느냐? 그런 건 아니죠. 그러니까 마치 이런 거예요. postpartum blue. You know postpartum blue? After giving the birth, women sometimes have blue.
Depression.
산후 우울증도 마찬가지예요. 산후 우울증 올 수 있거든. 산후 우울증의 원인이 우리 확실히 모르지만 갑자기 이제 출산하고 나서 호르몬의 영향이 있다. 뭐 그런 것도 있지만 그렇다고 산후 우울증이 온다고 해서 엄마가 산후 우울증 온 엄마가 아기 가진 거에 대해서 뭐 잘못된 선택을 하거나 그 사실을 나중에 후회한다거나 그렇진 않잖아요. So even though some after giving a birth she has a postpartum blue, that doesn't mean she had a wrong choice having a baby, giving a birth, right?
It's like I meet you. We start dating. Everything is so wonderful. We start glowing because we're so happy. We're gonna get married. We're glowing even more, right?
Yeah.
We're planning the wedding. Then the
결혼해서
wedding,
데이트하고 막 결혼해서 막 좋아.
wedding happens. Like planning the wedding is so stressful. It's like right things, drama happens. Then now we're married and we realize, oh, it's the same. There's no difference. And then it's like, oh, we're married. Then
I
it's
don't
like,
know. That's
oh.
good example.
And then it's like but then you start working together and you realize how wonderful things are together.
그러네요.
You know, like she makes a mess and I clean, and then like all these like wonderful. She supports me, I support her, and then it's like, oh, yes. You have
Now we are making our lives together.
now it's not glow anymore. It's
Yeah,
like,
glow. It's not glow.
It's like we are the sun.
저스틴이 지금 얘기한 게 마치 이제 결혼해서 사는 거와 같다. 막 데이트할 때 너무 좋고 막 데이트도 너무 좋고 그래서 결혼해야지 그러고 준비할 거 결혼식에 준비할 거 너무 많고 막 결혼을 했다가 그럼 끝나고 나면 이제 현실 생활이죠. 둘이 이제 맞춰가면서 살아야 되죠. 하지만 시간이 끝나면 이제 맞춰가는 시간이 끝나면 그때부터는 이제 둘이 정말 이제 같이 살게 되는 거죠. 이제
It's not the same.
Not the same. 결혼이 훨씬 쉽죠. 근데 비슷하지 않지만 그 여정은 약간 the flow is kind of similar, right?
Yeah.
그렇다고 할 수 있겠네. This commenter seems very eager to contribute to the trans suicide.
I think that was a previous.
성소수자 기사는 반동성 교회 같은 데서 공유되면서 집단으로 댓글 there's the group movement like a living common like
really?
against 미국에서 전환치료 금지법 만드는 주가 많아지긴 했지만 전환치료 하는 데가 더 많지 않나요? 홀링님이 미국 상황을 물어보셨고 저도 잘 모르겠네요. 하는 주마다 어떻게 되는지 모르겠어요. And next comment is 성전환 수술하면 수명이 10년은 짧아진다는데 자기 몸은 소중한 것인 함부로 결정해서 인생을 망칠 수 있다. She said. So the commenter said, the gender confirming surgery shortened their lifespan 10 years. Your body is a really precious thing. Don't make a hesitant decision.
Is that true?
It's gonna it can be ruin your life.
But I mean, has there been enough data accumulated? Is that true?
잠깐만요. 도윤 씨가 I think there's also a sense of deprivation that comes from I had to go through this grueling process and invest this much time and money just to get to the point that cis female get automatically.
That makes sense too. Cis people get automatically. That makes sense.
일단 그래서 저도 리서치를 해봤더니 이 성전환 수술 한다고 이제 저스틴이 there's any academic like research studied about
I don't
it.
know. I never researched that.
제가 찾아봤더니 여기 뭐야 long-term follow-up of individuals undergoing sex reassignment surgery, somatic morbidity and cause of death.
When is this from?
그래서 여기 뭐냐 장기간 추적 관찰했다. 성확정 수술을 받으신 분이 그래서 실제로 이제 신체적인 어떤 병이나 나쁜 상태에 접어든율 아니면은 사망률이 어떻게 되는지 이렇게 보니까 conclusion 98% of all Danish transsexuals 이거 덴마크에서 했던 스터디였거든요. 트랜스섹슈 이제 트랜스젠더 분 중에 98%가 이제 실제로 이제 성전환 오피셜하게 성확정 수술 받으신 트랜스섹슈얼들 1978년에서 2010년까지 이렇게 해봤더니 하여튼 결과적으로는 뭐냐면
What does somatic morbidity mean?
somatic? The physical symptom, physical illness
versus like just natural age. I see. Here, I'll read it.
Does not allow for determination of casual relationship between somatic.
So despite the young average age at death and the relatively larger number of individuals with somatic morbidity, the present study design does not allow for determination of causal relations between, for example, specific types of hormonal or surgical treatment received and somatic morbidity and mortality. So basically, they're saying that their study it doesn't disprove it, but it also does not show any conclusive data that says that there's evidence for it or against it. So another study should be designed to actually show.
지금까지는 이거는 좀 확정적인 게 아니라고 하네요. 저스틴 말로는. 도윤님이
So Doyun said, I would still have gotten top surgery even if it took 50 years of my life, even if it took off my lifespan. Even if it took 50 years off my lifespan, I would rather live a few years with a body I'm comfortable with rather than live a long life the other way around. But actually, I think you've shared about some patients that have come in for like bottom surgery. That they're older, in their late 50s or 60s, and they're at a point where technically you could probably just live the way you are and it's fine, but there's something that they need to do or they feel they have to do this. And at this point, that's exactly why. If I'm gonna die, at least I want to die in the, what I feel like I am, I truly am. And so I think a lot of people feel that way.
도윤님이 지금 뭐라 그러시냐? 저는 만약에 수명이 50년 줄어들어도 제가 편한 몸을 가지고 살기 위해서 뭐 가슴 절제 수술 받았을 것 같다 이렇게 생각하신다는데 저스틴 이제 얘기하는 게 실제로 이제 저한테 상담 오시는 분들 보면은 뭐 60대 후반 분들도 뭐 70대 가까우신 분들도 많으시고 하거든요. 근데 이제 이게 kind of is ageism, right? Why in that age they cannot get a surgery?
I guess so.
Yeah.
I never.
그러니까 사실은 그런 것도 있죠. 그러니까 왜 이제 이렇게 생각하면 저도 이제 계속 상담을 하면서 느끼는 게 이렇게 생각할 수 있잖아요. 왜 이렇게 늦은 나이에 수술을 받으시려고 하지? 그냥 그대로 사셔도 되는 거 아닌가? 이렇게 생각하는 것 자체가 되게 나이로 차별하는 거 같은 차별하는 거죠. 왜냐면 왜 그 나이에는 욕구가 없나? 그 나이에 내 편한 몸으로 그러니까 우리 사회에 좀 만연해 있는 에이지즘을 한국어로 뭐라고 하나요?
But I think, right, like,
음.
I'm sure you thought about it too, like, oh, but why do you need the surgery
Mm,
already? So there's certain biases we have that are already so deeply embedded in us, we don't even question.
그러니까 우리 몸속에 우리도 모르게 우리가 가지고 있는 편견이나 우리가 인식하지도 못하는 사이에 그렇게 편견이 작용할 수도 있다는 거죠. 근데 모르겠어요. 제가 사실은 어제 이제 제 환자분하고 이제 파트너분하고 같이 이제 저녁을 먹었는데 그분들도 그렇게 말씀하시더라고요. 자기 다시 돌아가도 수술 꼭 할 거다라고 말씀하시면서 그분들은 이 얘기를 하셨어요. 그러니까 실제로 제가 이렇게 나이 많으셔서 수술 결정하시는 분들이 있다 이렇게 얘기했더니 그분들은 그 얘기를 하시더라고요. 항상 생각하는 게 뭐냐면 내가 갑자기 뭐 교통사고를 당했다. 갑자기 뭐 실제로 죽었다. 근데 염하는 이 미화를 또 얘기를 하시더라고요. So actually so I had a dinner with a couple on Saturday. They said, oh, I'm still get a surgery even though I'm like going back to the before surgery status because they always worry about the situation. What if I got into the traffic accident? I go to ER. Somebody take off my clothes, and they go, "Oh, he looked like a guy, but And also they know what they said. What if they died? They died, and they take off their clothes like a. How can I say that in English? Like they organize their hair, they
So
put a
prepare
makeup.
them for the funeral, basically.
Even those things.
So, but I think it's the same in a very like joking, light thing. I don't know about you, but like there's a saying like, our mothers might always say, "Are you wearing clean underwear? Like you should always have clean underwear on." Why? Because if you get into an accident, you go to the hospital and your underwear is dirty. What are they gonna think about the parents? Like, what kind of kid do we,
Doesn't matter. All the purpose is money.
So I'm wondering, they're commenting about you, or are they commenting about the article? Are they commenting about the surgery itself?
I think it's about me. So I think the comments, I think I'm doing this because of the money.
Yeah, that's like a totally misinformed. But I can understand why somebody might think that, right?
이렇게 생각하는 걸 이해는 할 수 있겠다, 저스틴이.
Because it's a big operation.
큰 수술이고
it must cost a lot
비싸죠.
of money.
Not insurance covered.
Not
보험도
insurance
안
covered.
되고.
But then when you think about how many doctors are involved, how many hours of operation. Wait, so just to be clear, so let's say female to male bottom surgery. How many doctors?
Female to male. One urologist. Two female to male.
Yeah.
OB/GYN surgeon.
Okay.
3 or 4 plastic surgeons
3 or
in
4
our hospital.
Okay. And then how long does that operation take? Wait, and female to male. Yeah.
Female to male about 9
9 hours if it's smooth.
Smooth is 7 hours.
7 hours. And then how long does that person have to stay in the hospital?
3 weeks, 1 month.
3 weeks. And then how many follow-up time into the OR they have to do?
How many?
Like change bandages, or you have to inspect, or like
every
how many
2
times?
days.
And then how many times do they have to go into the OR after that first surgery?
For dressing change,
So-
about 3 or 4 times.
And then best case scenario, you can just connect the urethra and there's no problems. So is it just that one operation and the second operation, that's it? Or do you do
one operation.
It's 2 operations. Right?
Actually, for the skin graft, second operation.
So then there's that, 4 weeks. How much is an average night in the hospital?
For one bedroom,
Yeah.
45만 원.
1, 2, 3, 4. 40? That's
5만
400.
45만 원.
450 for one night.
$450.
So you're telling me 450, so just 10 days it costs 4,500 or 4,500,000 won. So now times that by 4, that's already pretty much the cost of the operation. So like the costs are ridiculous just for the operation. So yeah, anyways, you can make more money going to private practice, right? You can actually make money if you go to a private practice. So anyways.
돈이 목적이다. 저는 여기 때 말씀드린 게 일단 제가 개원가로 가면 돈을 훨씬 많이 벌 수 있습니다. 제가 볼 때 한 3배 정도 지금보다 더. I'm just getting a salary. If I can go to the private clinic, my salary
we
will
don't
be
need to talk
3
about
times.
that. But the point is, I think even for me, I wouldn't know. So as far as most people, they think, oh, a doctor is a doctor. They make a lot of money. They don't know what's involved. They don't need to think about all the steps, all the processes. Even if it's an expensive thing, you're just a salaried doctor, right? So it's not like, oh, I get all this money. But I think for the common purpose people, we don't know that. And actually, medical industry is the most non-transparent.
이런 거죠. 이렇게 생각해요. 저도 돈을 못 벌지만 병원도 사실 돈을 못 해. Even I think it's not that profitable for the hospital.
No, it's not.
Because 여러분 이런 게 있어요. 왜 성소수자 진료를 잘 안 돼 있느냐? 왜냐하면 such a small demand. So, but they need to put a lot of things. So it's like an economy.
Yeah.
Like it's a business. 그렇습니다. 왜냐하면 사실 어떠냐면 왜 이게 당연히 소수자고 당연히 의료적 치료를 받아야 되는데 이 분야가 많이 발전을 못한 이유가 뭐냐면 상대적으로 수요가 적기 때문에 이 결국 의학이란 것도 이런 거예요. 여러분 이런 거예요. 너무 희귀병이야. 희귀병 약을 구하기가 힘들죠. 왜냐하면 희귀병은 그만큼 걸리는 사람이 적으니까 그 사람을 치료하는 거 당연히 중요한데 제약회사나 의사들도 그 분야에서 일하는 사람이 적고 제약회사도 그 약을 잘 개발하지 않는 이유가 하면은 돈을 못 벌기 때문이에요. So honey, it's like a rare disease, rare leukemia. Why there's no drug for that? Because pharmaceutical company they don't want to develop the drug for that because there's a less demand. They cannot make a lot of money with it.
So side story. So you know, one of the people I went to my MBA program, I'm working with him. He's actually has a company or he's working with somebody where they developed a drug for like leukemia, and it's shown to extend if somebody's in like severe cases. It's shown to extend the person's life by 6 months for sure, at least 6 months.
Extend 6 months.
But the drug itself, because what they do is it's like what is it, specialty. So they actually have to take the person's blood. And kind of make so the treatment. How much do you think it costs to make the treatment? So they're charging 200,000, 200 or 20 times our deposit.
그러면
Anyway, they're charging like 200 million won for this treatment. But the actual cost
to develop that
to get this drug for the treatment, just for the drug. Half of that amount, 100,000, just for the drug.
Honey, so what do you want to say?
So I'm saying, like to your point, for rare disease or specialty cases, just to even be able to get a treatment, it costs so much money because you can't mass produce. You can't make money. There's no economies of scale. I can't, if I spend so much money for research and development for a business, I should be able to pay it, like make money to pay it off. That means that's also why anytime something new comes out, it's so expensive, right? And then it gets cheaper over Tesla. It was so expensive in the beginning, and then over time it got cheaper. But that's because the demand was there. For a rare drug, they can't meet it. If you have 10 people in every country that need this drug, that's not that much. You can't pay for the R&D. So it's similar. It's just anyways.
Honey, too much English.
미안해요.
근데 하여튼 여러분 그런 거예요.
죄송합니다.
여러분 그런 그 지금 제가 말씀드린 것과 비슷해요. 그러니까 너무 희귀 질병이면은 그 신약 하나 개발하려고 들어가는 돈에 비해 개발하고 나면 그 약을 실제로 필요로 하는 사람들은 너무 적기 때문에 그거 팔 수가 없는 거야 제약회사는. 그러니까 약을 안 만들게 되거든요. 그래서 실제로 국경 없는 의사의 하는 일 중에 그렇게 희귀 병에 대한 신약 개발에 펀드에 투자하는 것도 있어요. 실제로 이제 여러분 이런 거예요. 처음에 HIV, even treatment for the HIV was not researched or developed. 왜냐하면 처음에 HIV가 아프리카 쪽에서만 있을 때는 치료약이 개발이 안 됐어. 왜냐하면은 이거 만들어도 살 수 있는 사람이 경제적 능력이 없으니까. 근데 이게 실제로 이제 선진국에 들어오고 환자가 더 많아지니까 그때부터 사실은 개발이 많이 됐고 그 현재는 굉장히 간단한 방법으로 조절할 수 있는 질병으로 변했거든요. HIV가. 그래서 사실 이런 사정들이 있다. 그렇습니다.
H-Eun-Kim.
다음 거. 정말 의료가 시장화 자본화되는 환경도 트랜스젠더의 건강권이 소외되는 불평등 문제를 심화시키네요. 맞습니다. 그렇습니다. 지금 잘 이해하셨어요. 맞아요. 의료도 이렇게 자본화, 시장화 될 수밖에 없는 상황인데 그거를 우리가 이제 근데 의료는 그렇게 완전히 될 수가 없는 거죠. 소수자를 우리가 떨어뜨려 놓고 그 사람들 무시하고 이 사람들 치료 안 받아 이게 안 되는 영역 중에 하나잖아요. 그래서 그런 거를 위해서 하는 거다. 지금 다음 거는 김계리님은 그냥 허접 약 하나 주고 치우는 의사들 사이에서 왕따 가까운 의사. 그러나 성소수자 컨셉으로 살아가는 자인데, so she said, the commenter said, 허접 약 하나 주고 치우는 의사 이거는 무슨 소리인지 모르겠어. 저는 수술하는 사람인데 약은 잘 안 주는 의사.
I know they said that. I don't know what that means.
So commenter said 김결이 시스터 이거 어떻게 찰지게 번역을 해야 되는데 anyway just she prescribed drug and she's an outsider among the doctor. That's why she having a LGBT concept.
So anyway, just skip it. That's kind of like I don't. What's your point?
I'm an outsider?
No, you're a doctor.
아니, I want to say I have a lot of friends. 여러분, 저는 친구가 많습니다.
Honey, you don't need to get defensive. You don't need to get defensive over comments that don't make sense.
제가 알기로는 HIV 완치될 약이 있대요. 근데 아프리카 쪽에 수요가 많다 보니 제약회사에서 약을 안 푸는 거라고 들었어요. 막 그런 conspiracy theory도 있죠. 막 그런 얘기도 있죠. 여기 이 악플에는 저는 친구가 많다.
So it says this translation. Kim Kelly is a doctor who is close to bullying among doctors who just give out and clean up a medicine. So she lives with the concept of LGBTQ. So basically saying you're an outcast almost, right?
outcast.
No.
왕따.
If you were in, you're the. Anyways, you don't need to get defensive over comments like this. This doesn't mean anything.
전 친구가 많습니다.
Don't waste your energy.
다음, 평소에 접해보지 못한 것들에 대한 기사는 항상 좋네요. 가치관이 다른 분들 생각을 전해받을 수 있어 좋은 기사인 것 같습니다. 이건 악플이 아니잖아. I never read about this kind of article. I think it's good. Other people can have a different point of view. I think it's a good article. 이거 뭐 좋은.
Okay.
좋은 거고.
2 years.
2 years later, they can build a building. You should repay to 한겨레, the newspaper.
Oh, they're saying you can build your own building in 2 years because of the newspaper? I wonder if that's like the chief of the thing. Hey, because I approve this article, you're going to make a lot of money. You should give us money too. Anyways.
We have our one-star 바보 comment. 유치한의 왕따는 무슨 MZ시대 왕따라니. 2년 뒤에 빌딩을 오니까 근데 so build a building. That's my dream.
Is that your dream? To build a building?
You know,
center.
our hospital owner says maybe later we'll make a center, LGBT center. 저 여러분 사실은 제가 이사장님이랑 얘기했을 때 뭐라 그랬냐면
You should be careful what you say.
조심해야 되셨지. 근데 제가 이사장님한테 이사장님 저는 이거를 진짜 한국에 없는 이 의료를 만들어서 제가 이제 이상형 중에 저는 사실 지금까지 한국 환자분들이 외국에 나가서 수술을 받는 이 상황이 해결되는 것도 중요하지만 저는 사실 이렇게 진료를 시작했을 때 롯데타워 왜 이제 이렇게 진료를 시작했을 때 저는 워낙에 우리나라가 시설도 좋고 뭐 성형수술 술기는 이루 말할 수가 없잖아요. 저희가 태국보다 훨씬 좋다는 거. 저의 타겟은 외국입니다. 지금 여러분 태국 같은 경우는 무슨 아시아권에서는 다 태국을 주로 가고요. 또 워낙에 이제 미국이나 유럽 쪽이 보험이 되긴 하지만 가격이 너무 비싸기 때문에 태국으로 가는 경우도 있거든요. 근데 제가 이 사정을 여러분 이거 저희가 정말 열심히 하면은 이게 결국은 이게 아시아의 허브, 전 세계의 허브가 될 수도 있기 때문에 저는 그게 저의 목표고 저는 그렇게 그걸로 저의 목표를 잡고 열심히 할 겁니다. 이렇게 제가 피치를 했어요. 결국 이거를 이제 이렇게 뭐 실효성이 경제성이 없는 것에 투자를 받으려면은 저도 이제 제가 잘할 수 있다 막 열심히 할 거다 얘기를 해야 되잖아요. 그래서 2년 뒤에 빌딩은 2년 뒤에 정말 센터 건물을 하나 올리는 것이 저희 꿈이다.
But you know, if in 2 years you can build your own building because of the negative and positive exposure from this article, yeah, let's donate money to them. I'll say, thank you, newspaper. Because of you, my wife was able to get all these, somehow make money from, yeah, I think we should say thank you, right? I don't mind.
만약에 정말 이 기사 때문에 저희가 뭐 무슨 악플 좋은 글이 있어가지고는 빌딩 사게 되면 저스틴이
Yeah,
그래 한 그릇에 감사.
감사합니다. Here's your gift. I don't mind. So yeah.
오케이. 틈새 시장 적절히 파고들어 고소득을 올리는 직종에 종사하는 걸 자기 합리화까지 가능하니 아주 이상적인 직업인데. Are you using 파파고?
I am. Because you take so long to translate.
I'm so sorry. My English is not that
No,
good.
it's because you're not focusing on the translating.
파파고가 뭐라고 트랜슬레이트해? Can you read it?
Is it possible to properly dig into the niche market and self-rationalize to work in high-income jobs? So write a reply as if it is a very ideal. So this is a kind of translation I'm working with. I don't get it. I don't know if it's positive or negative.
It's negative. So literally, she find a niche market and
Self-promote?
self-rationalize her work. Oh, that's a good job. It's kind of sarcasm.
But like, so to this person, I would say, how is that any different from any other industry in Korea? Like, I can make fluffy pancakes now. Oh, I made a niche. I'm gonna make money. Like, actually, that's how business works. So I'm not saying that was your intention at all. But what is your point? Like, I don't understand this person's point. She's accusing you of finding a niche and trying to establish yourself. So that's not what happened. But even if that did happen that way, yeah. So what? What's your point? Like, I don't understand this person's comment.
Sarcasm. I think the comment that thinks I'm self-rationalize my job.
Maybe this
I try to rationalize what I do.
It's not you rationalizing. It's society.
Rational.
And anyways, again, I don't. So yeah. Whatever.
이게 sarcasm 비꼬는 거라서 저스틴이 더 이해하기가 힘든가 봐요. You could plaque on a building. Many thanks to Korean Baltimore Sun.
That's not Ron, huh?
도윤. 그렇습니다. 이거는
This is long.
이거 첫 번째. We go through all of this.
Oh, we did? Okay.
다 했어요.
So I'm so sorry if I came off very like opinionated or very negative or very angry. I just want to apologize to the viewers, Kyori's viewers here.
So what should we do, honey? There's a lot of negative comment. How should we react? 어떻게 대처해야 될까요? 이런 나쁜 악플에 대해서.
So I think anytime you're making change, or anytime so it's like if you're running really fast, if a car is moving really fast, there's so much resistance.
저스님 말하는 게 만약에 우리가 막 이제 자동차가 되게 빠른 속도로 달리면 저항이 그만큼 심해져요. 빠르게 달리면 달릴수록 저항이 심해져요. 응.
So it's you need that resistance. If you don't, then you're not really moving fast, or you're not pushing forward. So it's kind of like it's proof to say that oh, actually you're moving forward. You're doing something really like something new and great. So it's okay.
저스틴이 얘기한 게 실제로 뭔가 우리가 변화를 만들어가고 앞서가 움직이고 발전하고 뭔가 변화가 있기 때문에 저항이 있는 거죠.
So like think about all the time when you would get mad at me about Cali and all this stuff, all this resistance I would get about the restaurant. I'm like, I know it's going well. I'm doing the right thing because my wife is mad at me.
그러네. honey. 그 얘기 해줘. What about that story? The what is it? Little engine.
So
저스틴이 저한테 좋은 얘기 해줬었거든요.
So have you ever heard of the story of the little engine that could?
Little engine that could.
You don't believe me? That's real, huh? It's a kid's book.
그러니까 애기들이 읽는 책인 동화책 같은 건가 봐요.
The little engine that could. It's a storybook. So
동화책이야, 동화책.
So the little engine.
작은 엔진, 작은 기차.
It's
작은
like
기차.
all the other trains are really big, like the steel ones carrying
막
like coal.
크고 막 엄청 막 쇠로 돼 있고 막 엄청 힘도 세 보이고 이런 기차들이 막 옆에 있었는데.
But then this is like a little tiny one, right?
근데 되게 장난감, 되게 귀엽고 조그맣고 이런 것들이 있어.
So
do you know the little engine that could?
So Kyoto's kind of like the little engine that could.
여러분 제가 little engine입니다.
So all the other engines are laughing. Ha 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 ha. You're so little, you can't do anything. You're a woman, you can't do anything.
큰 엔진들이 이제 옆에서 그러는데 조그매가지고 여자고 이거 뭐 할 수 있나? 막 이러고 있는 거죠.
But you too though, you're like the phrase at the end is I think I can. So it's like chaga chaga. So in America in English we say chaga 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 chaga.
기차 가는 걸 자가 그래?
So in the same way it's like I think I can.
나 할 수 있을 것 같아. 이러면서 막 가고
I
있는
think
거지.
I can. So that little engine is going and like pushing, pulling and like trying to go up a hill or a mountain.
막 이렇게 언덕을 이제 넘어가야 되는 거죠.
Everybody's like, oh, you can't do that.
너 안 될 것 같아.
No
너무
good.
조그매. 힘도
And then
없고.
so little Kyori engine is like, I think I can.
나 할 수 있을 것 같아.
And then as she's going up the hill, it's like getting steeper. Oh, it's getting harder. I think I can. And then as she gets closer and closer to the top, it's like,
점점 언덕에 가까워지고 있어.
I know I can. I know I can.
알아.
Do I know?
이제 처음에는 I think I can. 나 할 수 있을 것 같아. But 그 다음에는 I know I can. 나 할 수 있어. 나는 나 할 수 있다는 거 다 알아.
And then all the way to like, oh, I can do it. Like,
할 수 있다.
And then I knew I could. 할
수 있는 건지 알았지 하면서 이제 작은 운동을 이제 하는
So
거고.
it's like that. And that resistance, that's the gravity.
No, there's a I'm doing it.
I'm doing it. Oh, yeah. So anyways, we should buy the book and put it on your bookshelf.
Okay.
Next to the news.
The little engine that could. 그 책을 사서 저기다 한번 꽂아 놓도록 하겠습니다.
But that story I heard it a long time ago, so maybe I'm wrong.
너무 오래전에 읽어서 잘못된 내용이 잘 다른 걸 수도 있다고 하네요. Anyway.
Wait, hold on. Maybe I want to make sure that. Yeah, so the story is used to teach children the value of optimism and hard work.
Optimism and hard work. 긍정 마인드와 열심히 일하는 거. 그거를 가르쳐 주는 동화라고 하네요.
So I think you're like the little engine that could.
So criticism comes naturally, right?
Yeah, actually, what was I was listening to a podcast about like some successful executives, and they said, yeah, it comes with the territory. Like naturally, if you're doing something different, or
비판은 자연적으로 따라오는 것이다.
if you're making change, then you're gonna get criticized.
변화를 만들고 있으면 당연히 받는 것이다.
So it's okay, but yeah, you take from it, you listen. But you don't let it bring you down. I think I can. I know I can. I think I can do it.
I'm doing it.
Oh, so I think it's okay. It's okay to get criticism. We need friction to grow. Everything needs friction.
자라기
to grow.
위해서는 마찰이 필요하다. 이렇게 골드브루스님이 악플도 있지만 교수님 응원하는 댓글도 있으나 원래 무플이 더 무서운 거라고. 크크크크. 악플 댓글도 뜨거운 관심 좋은 것이니 더 힘내서 2년 뒤 빌딩 센터 건립하시다. 골드브루스님이 There's a negative comment, but also there's a lot of positive comment. Actually, no comment is most the scariest thing. The negative comment is also they have interest in this issue. Let's get to work and let's build a building 2 years later.
And then we can thank the newspaper.
Thank you, Baltimore, Korean Baltimore.
Thank you, Korean Baltimore side.
그렇게 될 것 같네요. 예.
Anyways, this one went long. I shouldn't be so opinionated.
No, it's okay. 여러분 오늘 뭐 이렇게 마무리하게 자가자가로 마무리하면 될 것 같아요. 자가자가. It's right?
I think I can. 자가.
Little engine, little engine이 돼서 다음 주도 열심히 optimism, hard working, 긍정 마인드하고 열심히 일하는 거, 그거 두 가지로 다음 주도 잘 열심히 해보시길 바랍니다. 늦은 시간까지 같이 해주셔서 감사해요. 오월영희님이 온라인사 젠더 이슈 보고 막 댓글 다는 사람 혐오 세력들도 있는 것 같아요. 오늘 라이브 보면서 참 무논리에 비방이 많구나 싶고 그게 사실이 아니라는 걸 짚어주는 게 진짜 중요한 것 같아요. 맞습니다. 사실 그런 의도도 있었어요. 조금 설명이 필요한 것들도 있겠다 싶어서 했습니다. Love today's live as always. Thank you so much.
Oh, I'm so happy somebody enjoys it.
제가 Little Engine을 링크를 걸어두도록 했어요.
Honey, maybe that can be your first tattoo.
Little Engine? 타투하자고 Little Engine?
What do you think?
I'm not bad. Oh, maybe I'm gonna tattoo the Little Engine.
Like the
조금
word?
더
The little
아니,
engine?
no.
In Korean?
The engine.
The
It's
picture?
the picture.
That might be cool.
문신을 한번 생각해보세요.
Or
Little Engine.
Get like a cool like engine, though. Not like a cute like.
Not cute?
Get a cool like little. What is that? Oh, it's a little engine that could. Like then I think it would be cool.
자가.
And then under chaga. I think that would be good.
자가자가도 문신하는 거 아니야?
Just
자가.
I guess, or maybe here chaga. Like, what is that? Inspiration.
그래요, 여러분. 오늘도 라이브 같이 해주셔서 감사하고 다음 주에 so we can promise next week we're gonna do 먹방
Why do we have to
Pineapple
promise?
Express.
Yeah, we can do that anytime. We can do it as long as we're open and I can get the food.
Okay. 다음 주에는 그러면은
But that means
Pineapple
we're gonna eat dinner at 10 o'clock.
Yes. No eating dinner.
Are you?
Don't
gonna
eat
be,
dinner.
Are you gonna be okay?
저녁 안 먹고 10시에 파인애플 익스프레스 먹으면 되지.
A Harley
엔진.
Just an engine.
그래요, 여러분. 다음 주 한 주도 열심히 하시고 저희는 다음 주 아마 먹방을 할 것 같아요. 감사합니다. 자가.
It should be a solar power engine. Not coal.
골드브루스님 내일 출근 후에 자가. 오늘도 수고하셨습니다.